Hello, welcome back to another episode of Two Dudes Drinking Beer. I believe this is episode 20.
I think it's 21.
21. 9 plus 10 episode. The only podcast where we can teach you valuable life lessons like look before you cross the street.
He's Josh and I'm Alec. I don't know. Is this please like and share?
You missed your tagline of grab a beer and hang out with us. That's,
here's what it's like. Please like and share.
I was gonna say that after
the only podcast where you could see two dudes teaching you to look before you cross the street.
Come grab a beer and hang out with us.
Grab a beer and hang out with us.
Yeah, and then I do the pandering after that.
Okay, so that's
we're still
the
working
format.
at the kinks. It's been like 10 weeks.
Clearly, and none of that was informed to me.
2.5 months, and we still don't know what we're doing.
Not at all.
So come grab a beer and hang out with us.
We know we're two dudes drinking beer, and that's half the battle.
Alec's still on his dry streak.
Sure am. My Canada dry streak.
So he is sitting out. His detox ends on Wednesday. Who knows if he'll be drinking again after that.
I don't think I'll be drinking on Wednesday because the way in my head it works is like Wednesday I drank, so it won't be a full week unless I go till Thursday.
And Thursday I drink.
Thursday
I drink.
Thursday I fuck it all to hell.
And then Saturday I drink. And Sunday I drink.
And then by the time Monday comes back again, I'm sure I'll still have issues and want to not drink again.
Alec picked me out these cute little grenades.
What are you drinking today, Josh?
Well, since today's Monday, Alec buys alcohol on Mondays. He bought me Mickey's Fine Malt Liquor.
Malt liquor.
I feel like I'm going to be 65 and have 3 children and not know any of them by drinking this. That's just the stigma. Oh, that's fucking stupid.
What does it say on the cap?
Be a rock star, but it's all in emojis. I hate that.
I thought I was gonna say B-E aggressive. B-E aggressive.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was it was good. What did I do this weekend? Cheers.
I don't know what you did. What did you do?
Well, I don't really recall.
Tastes like
probably
regret.
Tastes like regret. Is it really that bad?
It's not that bad.
It's
like apple cider.
I'm pretty sure I just kicked it with Ryan. And we grilled and stuff, right? Yeah.
I was there for one of those times.
No,
too.
yeah, totally. My dumbass, for some reason when it's Monday, you say weekend, I go back like 2 weeks. I go back a whole week in my mind. And it was just yesterday. We were all kicking it, right? No, not yesterday. Yesterday we played video games.
It was Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday we just barbecued and ate some burgers and watched Raul play Metal Slug. But yeah,
it's pretty fucking good.
He is really good at it. He knows all the secrets and all the shit you'd never think about to look for in an arcade game. But yeah, my weekend was good, man. How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. I've just been working a whole lot. Nothing really new. Just getting back in the swing of things. This week, with my mentor, Dylan,
I
have an unscheduled. Well, it is scheduled, but it's like, so whenever like corporate comes around, they do these. They call them walks. They just walk around and look
with
at
their
things.
tails between their legs.
No, with big dicks on table.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's how corporate runs shit at Target.
Damn.
They're like, here's what you're doing wrong. Fix it or you're fired.
For real?
Not like that, but like that's what I imagine.
Damn, I would have stuck to it. I'd have been like, yeah, dude, it's real out here.
Like, so my mentor is gonna walk my area with me, because if I'm gonna be a leader, I have to basically do the same things that they all do.
Whip your dick out in a workplace? That doesn't sound very sanitary.
No, the leaders don't whip their dick outs. They're receiving the dicks.
Oh, they're receiving the dick whipping.
Corporate whips out the dicks.
Got it. Okay, how do you become corporate? Because I kind of want to whip my dick out in a Target.
You don't have to be corporate to do that.
Okay.
Granted, the fitting rooms are closed, but you can still go there and just whip your dick out.
My one life dream ruined.
You could still make your dream a reality.
I could.
Yeah.
We are supposed to go after this and buy myself some curtains, right?
Yeah, we're buying curtains.
We're still doing this.
Some food stuff.
I'm gonna
make you a really nice burger that's not made with red meat, so you can feel healthy about your decisions.
Okay, let's do it.
Make you a really nice, upscaled, high class burger.
Okay.
But yeah, so I have a walk coming this next week. I don't know when, but I know it's this week. He didn't tell me a day. He's just gonna pull me aside and be
They're
like,
gonna, they're gonna try and surprise you, make sure you're ready at any moment. So
he's gonna, yeah, because that's how they do it. Like,
that's how they should do it.
you don't know when corporate's coming in unless it's like, hey, we're coming in on this day, and then they
And then they always come 2 days early.
and then they don't. They actually come on the days they're saying they're gonna come,
Not at the places I work.
and then they front load payroll, and it's like, hey guys, we need to get shit done. We need to make it look spotless,
Damn.
even though nothing's been dusted in like 2 years. It's okay. So I have a walk coming. I have to know like all my sales numbers for the past week, like figures I have to hit. Make sure all my counts on the floor are correct. So like if there's like, let's say I'm out of a certain chair, and I have it in the back, like why isn't it out on the floor? Like, so it's really a lot. I'm looking forward to it though, because it's time I've not spent actually working.
Yeah.
It's fun stuff.
I like that kind of stuff too, like the kind of clerical stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's like, just take inventory. It's like, you want me to take 3 hours of my day to count? You got it.
Yeah, it's like when I was on the training team for pizza at the very end. It's like you just went to another store, fucked around, learned how to do shit you already knew how to do,
Yeah, basically.
and went home.
Yeah.
It was great.
I've always loved like training people. Like no matter what job I've had, I've always just like been super happy because it's just like the way I train is like I'll do it once and you look and you watch and then you're doing it the rest of the day and I'm just telling you like what to do. So for me, it's always just been like pretty easy and it helps me get like more done because I'm just like the small things I don't want to do. You go cook this dish. I'm going to go prep. And like the prepping is like, you know, the key or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it gives you an extra hand and that's always nice to kind of situate yourself.
I'm also training another person next week too.
In how to... Are they going to get a walk too, or is it just training a person in general?
She's with me for 2 weeks.
Nice.
So I teach her what I do.
Cool.
Her name is Jenny. She seems nice.
Jenny.
I met her for all of 15 seconds because they wanted myself to introduce myself to her. So it's not as awkward. I was like, hi, I'm Josh. Hi, I'm Jenny.
Yo,
nice to meet you, Jenny. Bye.
That's one thing I've learned though. Like, if you can do that in any scenario, that's like big dick energy. Because being the guy who's just like, hi, I'm Alec, or like just being the first to initiate that introduction, I'm not that kind of guy. But I've learned just like through a corporate standpoint, like people love that shit because I'm just like I'm to myself a lot of the time.
Same, but I was told to do that. I wouldn't have done it if it was just like, hey.
Totally. But like from a business standpoint, if you are that person who's just like, hey, how you doing? Like just be the first one to introduce yourself. People like that shit and it makes a huge difference in their attitude towards you, I think. It makes things go over a lot smoother. They see you as like just more polite and professional and easy to work with.
Appreciate the compliment.
Yeah.
The BDE compliment.
What's that?
Big dick energy?
Yeah, big dick energy. Bring some big dick energy into Target from now on. Be the provider of the big dick energy so when corporate comes around and they're like smacking their dicks around, they're like, what's that noise? And it's Josh walking down the aisles and his big schmeat is hitting everything on the way. Mommy in the distance. Josh is like, I just want to help you.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to be a team leader.
But compliments are nice. When was the last time you received a compliment?
Like a real one from a stranger?
Yeah, just like a genuine compliment. And how did it make you feel?
The first thing coming to mind is I was at a bar with Ryan at Lamplighter. And this like 40-year-old lady comes up to us and goes, hey, I just want to say, I think you guys are both super cute and you have great beards. Can I touch them? And I was like, yeah. And Ryan's like, I don't know. And I was like, come on, man, let her touch our beards. And then she like rubs our faces for like 5 minutes. And then she like finishes off with like this little like the finger kind of roll, you know, off the cheek. And I was like, wow, that was cool. And she's like, have a great night, boys. And I was like, We're about to have a threesome with a 45-year-old woman.
So that was a while ago.
About 2 years ago.
So that was the last compliment that's coming to your mind that you've received?
The last one that made me happy.
Nice.
Anything like, I mean, when I got my hair cut, a lot of people said like, hey, looks good, but it's like, I don't think that's like a real...
That's expected.
I don't think it's like a real compliment like, hey man, that's like, wow, you know?
Yeah.
It's like everyone knows me, you're the one who cut it, and it's like, it's not a big deal. I cut it because it was just super messy. I cut it because it was super messy and super hot. So if anyone's like, it's a great haircut, it's like, I'm not styling it. It's like function over form right now because just COVID and everything's closed for like a barbershop.
Forever.
Yeah. What about you? What's the last time you got a compliment?
It was Saturday at work. So I was moving a whole bunch of toys, looking for a very specific toy that wasn't even on the floor yet. It was in transition. It went out on Sunday. So we get like a lot of things early to prep. And so it was just sitting in like one of 6 pallets in the back. She's like, hey, do you have this? I know you have it because it's not set yet. And I was like, okay, let me go look. Give me like 10 minutes. So I go in the back and I'm rooting through all these like 200 boxes looking for a fucking remote control JoJo Siwa car. If you don't know who JoJo Siwa is, good on you. Don't look her up.
I was going to say.
You don't need that. But as I'm going through these boxes, one of the cart attendants comes in and it's like, she's throwing away some trash. She's like, Josh, have you been working out? I'm like, what? I didn't hear her. She's like, have you been working out? You look a little different. And I'm like, no, but thank you. And she fucks off. And I find the toy. I find the toy eventually.
And you lift it like this. You're like, oh.
And I hand the guest her toy. And then she's like, there's only one. And I'm like,
there's more down that way?
I said, no, but it's because it's a transitional item. I'm only going to give you one. Can't have both, greedy bitch.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, I guess.
But that was the last compliment I got.
How'd it make you feel?
Have you been working out? No. But it made me feel really good because I've been gaining weight, actually.
Oh, really? Maybe it's muscle. Maybe she's recognizing you gained some muscle.
No, it's not. But I was wearing like a looser shirt because when I wear like my button downs, they're a little more fitted so you can see my belly a little bit more. So I was wearing like a loose polo. So it kind of like...
Maybe it like broadened your shoulders or it did something to your features that attracted it.
It worked.
Yeah.
Hey, have you been working out? Nope.
Just wear tighter clothes. That's the moral of the story.
I wear looser clothes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, do whatever you think is going to work.
Because I have one shirt that's really big on me. I wore it. And then Claudia, she was at the front before she left. She was like, hey, keep it up, Josh. You're working out. Keep it up. And I'm like, I haven't done shit for months. But thanks.
So
yeah, just wear loose clothing. People will start calling you skinny.
That's my plan.
How's it working out?
It's not. But I have been going on walks more. And one of the things I was thinking about on my walk, it's a stupid idea, is like I got in the statistical mind. And I'm walking, and I didn't have my sunglasses, and the sun's beating down on me. And I kind of have a wince when the sun is in my eyes. It's just like one eye's closed. I always close my left eye, and then I just see with my right eye. And I did like the whole walk like that, looking like Igor or something. And I was like, yo, statistically, didn't I just do half of the walk with my eyes closed?
You did the whole walk with your eye closed.
With one eye closed.
Yes.
But if you broke it down numerically, wouldn't that be the same as walking? Like if I walked a mile, wouldn't that be the same as walking a half mile with both eyes closed?
No.
Why not?
I wouldn't think like the ratio of eyes open to closed would be any different, because you're still walking the same amount of distance no matter what, and it wouldn't transfer any other way. It's just a categorical thing.
It was like one of those like the average person has one fallopian tube kind of statistic.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I was shooting for. But also on my walks, I've been seeing around my neighborhood, there's like posters. And I didn't really pay attention to it because I figured it was like a garage sale or something. But then I stopped one day and I looked and I was like, see what this is about. And there's an organized protest in Moore Park coming up.
KKK shit? 'Cause that's
Well,
what I expect out there.
they want to repeal the governor,
Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom. And
Yeah, they come to Target.
Gavin Newsom?
No, I told you, like, remember, like, I said, hey, like, on that corner, on fucking that one weekend, they put up a tent that said repeal Gavin Newsom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But they want to have a protest to repeal him. And my whole brain thing went crazy because I was like, I was like, didn't people vote him in? Like, the majority of people voted him in, and then, like, they want him out because they're not happy with what he's doing
Masks.
during a pandemic. But, like, isn't that the time when you want a leader, right? It's not like the one you elected. I mean, I'm assuming these people probably didn't elect him, but, the majority or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that the time you want a leader? You can't just say you want him out because things are going bad and they're not, like, in favor of whatever. But, like,
Yeah, I mean, you would want a leader that's ideally what benefits everyone, but they don't want what he's actually doing.
mm-hmm. But it's like at a time of, like, crisis, it's like, what?
It's because people are
Everything's confusing.
people are just entitled. So they're like, I want this, but I don't want to have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want everyone else to do it and not me because I'm special.
Did you watch the podcast I sent you?
Not yet. I haven't had time.
It's really good, man. Anyone out there who's into podcasts as much as I am, I watch the Joe Rogan podcast basically religiously, and he interviews a guy named Eric Weinstein, and then his brother. I forgot his name.
Harvey.
Not Harvey. Different people. He's the evolutionary scientist. He's the one who was in the viral video, like, trying to talk to his students, and they're like, "No, shut the fuck up!" And yeah. Anyway, I'm not doing it any justice, but look at his podcast. It's really good and really thought provoking, and I wanted to share it with Josh. But
Still haven't seen it yet. Don't got time.
So it's 3 hours. So
Yeah, I don't got time for that.
it's a 3-hour podcast, but if you're into that, I know I am. It's been getting me through the quarantine for sure.
A lot of people are definitely entitled. I feel like, so the baby boomer generation, right? I feel
Boomer.
like that was the generation, like, when they had kids, they were like, let's fucking beat our kids to discipline them, right? Is that a fair assessment, you'd say? They're all like strict punishment.
People coming home from a war that left the world divided. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that those people came back with some chips on their shoulder.
But, like, all those people were like, that's like was their disciplinary strategy back then. It's no timeout. It's like, you're gonna get a fucking belt.
I don't know, dude. I mean, I think child abuse and before that there was child labor, so kids weren't even home to get their ass beat all day,
Perfect world. I think that all
lives matter.
No, they don't. I think that all, like, the Karens of the world, quote unquote Karens,
Sure.
were a product of the disciplinary strategy of beating your kids, because they had this maybe sort of, like, rough. You got slapped on the wrist or spanked
They got smacked around.
a little bit too hard sometimes.
And now you want to be everyone's
And now
saving grace.
They're like, I've been through hell and back. You're not.
There's
fucking
nothing
with
you
me.
can do to me that hasn't been done already.
I am entitled. I am rough. I wrote it down a lot better.
Maybe,
Oh, no, it's exactly what I said.
kind of like that shitty skit I tried.
They were beat as
selling
kids.
to you.
They were beat as kids and grew up just real shitty. And just want to make everyone else's lives worse.
I've thought about that too. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I was thinking of, like, just think of, like, a church, like the Vatican or something, how there's, like, kids who get, like, molested. Yeah. and then they grow up to be a part of the Vatican. And I was like, yo, do you think? I mean, some people probably it's more true than others, but like some people probably just get hurt and can't wait for their turn to hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Psychopathic.
Yeah, I mean, like they're like, it's justifiable because this is what happened to me, so this is what's going to happen to everyone else. So I'm sure people did that with their kids from the boomer generation after a war. It's like, fucking, I saw 3 of my friends die for America. What do you mean you want a new radio? Those are made in Japan. We don't buy products from Japan.
Ford only.
Yeah. So, I mean...
Ford don't make it? Too bad.
Well, that's too damn bad. So, yeah. And I mean, that's really just like a generational thing, you know? And here's the thing I've thought about, too, is like, just take, for instance, like, some social media star, like, they have kids and they grow up and they're, like, encouraging their kids to, like... be on YouTube or whatever, and they're like, no, you have to do this. This is how I made all my money. And it's like the kid's like, I just want to play video games all day. Leave me alone, Dad. And like that kid could be a loser, or they could be like, I just want to like be really good at playing chess. I want to be the world's greatest chess player. And their dad's like, you're such a fucking nerd, dude. And like posting the videos of them like online of like, you know, like throwing cheese on their kid's head or some weird shit, like whatever the next trend is. And it's like, yo, that's gonna fucking fuck that kid up to where he's gonna grow up and have kids and be like, you know what? No internet, no YouTube. My dad was an abusive asshole, and this was wrong, and this was wrong, and none of this made any sense, so no, I'm gonna take the power away from you. Or it's gonna be like, you know, my dad forced me to, you know, be a doctor or be a YouTube star, and I didn't want to be a YouTube star, so I'm up for all these fucking acting classes. So you're gonna have to do all these fucking acting classes until you're a successful fucking actor, because I didn't want to do it and I did it, but now you're gonna do it and you're gonna like it. And if you don't like it, I'm gonna fucking cancel you. I don't know. Just
use your 15 million followers to get them
just,
their
yeah,
100,000.
just fucking stone your child on social media.
Send your fans after your kids.
Unfollow him. Could you imagine that? Your kid's got sponsorships and it's like, hey, Doritos, I want you to stop sponsoring my son because guess what? He shit and he picked it up and he put it in the sink today. And Doritos is like, we don't have a policy against that as long as it's not like racist or anti-Semitic. So, no. That's kind of funny. Keep the controversy coming.
That'd be fucking stupid. That's like the equivalent of like...
But that's just how it like kind of seems to be. Like there's definitely like a pattern of like...
I get you.
You know. And it's not... And like I said, it's not just like parenting. It's also like baseball coaches or football coaches or like churches, you know, with pastors. And it's like there's always like this cycle of like, look, you could be a part of this, but to be a part of this...
You gotta do some stuff.
You gotta do the things we do, and
yeah,
and you gotta be kind of cool with it.
It's like hazing for
absolutely,
frats.
yeah. I mean, that's exactly what it is.
And then kids die.
Welcome to the world.
And then there's no more frats because they take it a little too far.
Yeah, man. It's one of those things that just makes you be like, you know, can you just fucking?
Can you just not?
Can you not? Can you just chill a little bit?
No, high octane. All the time.
All gas, no brakes.
Yes.
I was going through the drive-thru on my way here. I got some food, and
what'd you get?
I got a Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Is it as good as they say?
I like them a lot.
I've only had it once.
I mean, it's definitely...
Is Chick-fil-A better?
That's a tough call, man. I haven't had Chick-fil-A in a while.
Yes.
But, I mean, I think it's on par with Chick-fil-A.
Nope.
But I was thinking about last time I talked about wearing like my Naruto face mask and like how I thought it'd get people to like judge me and like basically just bully me and be a dick. And today was like the perfect culmination of like everything of like my personality coming together. I'm driving through this Popeyes drive-through in my Mustang, blasting Ingrid Michaelson and she's like a singer-songwriter artist. She writes songs for like little girls, basically.
Nice.
And I'm like vibing to some Ingrid Michelson, and I order a chicken sandwich and a bottle of water. I pull up to the window with a Naruto face mask on, bumping angsty teenage girl music in my Mustang. Whatever stereotypes this woman thought she, like, whatever she thought this person would be coming up to the window, if she saw my car or heard my tone in my voice or whatever, being like, "Can I get a chicken sandwich and a bottle of water?" She's like, "This guy's an asshole." I pull up to the window, blasting.
This guy's an asshole.
Yeah.
He's a gay asshole.
He's a gay, right? Now he's just a gay asshole. But yeah, dude, it was like, I saw the look in her face. Like she got this smile and like her eyes were damn near shut. She was smiling so big when she saw me. Cause like, I just looked so fucking goofy. I was a conundrum, bro. And she didn't know what to do. So she just fucking smiled. And was like, "Hey, have a nice day. I don't know. Don't dye your hair and shoot up a school. Bye."
Yeah, I was wearing my Akatsuki face covering at work, and I was helping some kid like locate some stuff. And I was like, "Hey, it's gonna be over there if I had it." He was like, "Oh, cool, thanks." And as he was walking away, he was like, "I like your mask." I said, "Thanks." I go in the back, and I come back out, and I see he's walking away. And I see, like, he has a fucking foxtail. And I was like, God fucking damn it.
Nice.
I had a compliment from a fucking furry.
That's hilarious.
I fucking hate myself now.
That's hilarious.
Like, "I like your mask." I'm like, "Thanks, man. Cool. Naruto, bonding."
And he's fucking wearing a fucking tail.
He's wearing a
It's probably one of those
fucking
butt
foxtail.
plug ones, too.
It was
It's like,
hanging on his belt. But, like,
yeah, it's all that's an attachment.
I was just fucking disappointed. I was heated.
Could you imagine, bro?
If Raul were here, he would be like, "Bodies, let's go."
Bodies, you and me. That's hilarious, too.
I was just immediately shut off, disappointed, and I was like, "Fuck."
How old do you think that person was?
My age.
Really?
Yeah.
And just openly being like, "I'm a furry.
Yeah.
Look at me, I'm different."
Yeah, with a fucking foxtail.
See, but that's the thing though too, is like I was literally just talking about like, is wearing a Naruto face mask gonna make people bully me? And here we are like roasting some kid that I've never met, being like, "You're a fucking furry.
There's nothing wrong
You're weird and different."
with wearing Naruto in public. However,
Wearing a foxtail?
there is something inherently wrong with being a furry. And I'll tell you why I think that right after I grab this beer.
Yeah. I'm actually super stoked to hear this. It's cheap beer, folks, but it's okay.
$7 for 6.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Tastes like vinegar. Okay,
That's fair.
so I think that being a furry is inherently wrong because you dress up as an animal and then you proceed to have sex in the animal costumes. That's not all furries. That's the majority of them. There's a whole a convention.
This is a furry con?
Yeah.
Do they call it Uwu Con?
No, that's another one, I think,
They
maybe.
should. That'd be funny.
Otherwise, it's just Anime Expo.
I mean, I'd go just for the laughs.
Be
And maybe you'd
branded
get
as a
laid,
furry.
you know.
No.
You wouldn't have sex with a furry?
No.
If there was a hot girl and she's like, "You just have to wear these big bear claws and pretend like you're a bear mauling my vagina," you'd be like,
No.
"No? The hottest girl you've ever seen.
So this is why I think
Jessica Beer. What's her name? Madison Beer.
No.
Madison Beer is like, "Hey,
No.
put this
So let me
bear
tell
tear
you-
butt plug up your butt and wear these bear paws."
Let me tell you why I think being a furry is inherently wrong.
All right, but then we're gonna loop back around to this.
I don't know what this one is.
Party like a rock star. No
No chicken box?
no chicken outside the box.
That's weird. I don't know.
I like it.
There's messages underneath all these caps.
They come with riddles. I'm gonna stare at this while you tell the story and see if I can solve it.
So I think being a furry is inherently wrong because I'm
No cock blocking.
What does that have to do with a block?
It's out of the box.
What does that have to do with being a block?
It's square.
Okay, well, let's just say yes.
I think
so
no
I can-
cock blocking's got to be.
So I can have you answer this question.
Yeah, sorry.
What is your opinion on bestiality? Would you fuck Rolo downstairs? Would you stick your dick in my dog?
No, Rolo's a good boy. Rolo doesn't deserve that.
What about Murph?
No, Murph is...
What about Eric? Eric's
not my
dogs?
type.
So
Ted's not my type either.
you would stick your dick in a dog by you saying you have a type.
Not a dog. I'm just saying. I'm thinking if there's any animals that I would fuck. I'm not taking it off the table. I'm trying to be open-minded.
That is disgusting, first of all.
I'm trying to be open-minded.
Oh, wrong topic.
If there were any animals I would fuck.
The correct answer should be none. No matter what.
Yeah, I'm not attracted to any animals.
It could be a really cute giraffe, but it's off limits.
Look, man, I've seen some like cows that look were like
They're
like
freshly
photogenic.
groomed and
Yeah,
fluffy.
yeah.
No, you don't.
But I wouldn't like. Yeah, I don't think I could.
Okay.
I'm not sexually attracted to other species.
So, furries believe that they have animal blood and they are animals. Like,
Don't they?
kinship and like whatnot. They're like, hey, I'm really a wolf, like at heart. But beyond the
So funny.
beyond the limitations of my physical body, mentally I'm a wolf.
I am
And
on
then
all levels except for physical.
A
A wolf.
And then they howl or some shit. So this person physically believes that they are a wolf.
Mm-hmm.
And they dress up like it all the time. And they can only have sex in these suits because that's their thing. That's their kink.
That's their true form. That's their final form.
So basically you're fucking a wolf to them.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
It's bestiality.
if you have sex with somebody and she's like, hey, I want you to dress like a principal and I'll be a schoolgirl and you got to punish me. That doesn't necessarily mean you want to go around fucking...
That's not wrong though.
Why not?
Because
to them, they could be, underaged or, doing something they're not supposed to do. You shouldn't have sex with your teachers.
It's implied.
Do you want to have sex with your teachers?
Some of them I have, yeah.
Okay, yeah, me
But
too.
that's also in college, so that's different.
No, I wanted to have sex with some of my high school teachers too.
That's illegal.
Yeah, I know, but that's my point. Like, it could be
Inherently having sex with animals is not okay.
But you're not having sex with animals. You're having sex with someone dressing up.
With a person who identifies as an animal. Okay, cool.
Okay, it's like,
Physically, it's not. Yes.
I mean, that could be made for anything though. Like, what if I'm trying to think of like people if a cosplayer dressed up as someone from a video game and was like, "Do you want to have sex with me?" You'd be like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't have sex with someone from a video game or like
Why
a
not?
cartoon."
What's wrong with that?
Because they're not real.
Still a human. Or
Dressed up as something that's not human. They could be fucking...
most video games I play have human characters. The fuck
what if...
You're gonna fuck Jack and or Daxter?
Yeah, what if they dressed up as Daxter? What if they dressed up as Tess from Jack and Daxter?
Isn't he a robot?
Are you retarded?
Daxter. I don't know. I've never played the fucking game. I'm thinking of Ratchet and Clank then.
No. Okay,
Same fucking game.
But they'd essentially be dressing up as furries at that point.
Exactly.
So they're not necessarily furries, they're just video game characters, and
They're
that's
furries.
okay.
I don't think it's okay to be a furry, or at least to have other people that aren't furries intermingle with the furry community, because that's gross.
I mean...
That's just my standpoint. If you're a furry,
What
it's
if
okay.
someone dressed up as like...
If you're a furry, do you.
A fury?
If you're a furry and you like being an animal, cool. Do your thing.
Apparently call me, because I'm a little more
Don't get me
open-minded.
involved. I don't like you. But I respect your choices.
Don't fucking talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't reach out to me. Don't watch the podcast. But
Right,
you do
yes.
you.
I'm not a fan of furries. I don't believe share the same beliefs. Just don't talk to me. You can do whatever you want. I don't give a fuck.
We're supposed to surround ourselves with people who don't have the same beliefs as us in 2020, bro.
And get COVID? No thanks. Furries have COVID confirmed.
All furries have COVID. All furries are the source of the outbreak for COVID-19.
Yep.
So, do you think that's because of the internet? Because I was thinking about this earlier today too. Is the internet an environment? Because how I've complained about like my Twitter feed and Instagram feed and all that. Like, is that an environment to where I can be like, you know what, this is not good for me. I need to just change the environment, get out of the environment. The same way someone could say, and obviously these are going to be drastic differences, but like the same way someone could say like, I live in a ghetto where crime and murder is high. I need to get out of this environment. Do you think you can live in a suburb area with wealthy parents in a loving marriage and still be on the internet every day and be like, I see people killing each other, I see people fighting each other, this is the world as it is, and I'm going to imitate that because that's my environment? Can the internet supplement environment for people?
Well, let me tell you this. You're asking the correct person for this fucking
I
question.
know.
Because I fit all that criteria except for wanting to imitate what I see on the internet.
Why?
'Cause I'm not that detached from the world. I'm detached a little bit, but I'm not so much saying like I see people kill each other. I've always wanted to see an ISIS beheading, but I haven't yet. So if you have one, send me a link. I haven't seen one, but I've seen like people get gunned down in the street, and it's like, oh, that's pretty brutal. It doesn't make me want to do it because I'm not a fucking idiot.
Mm-hmm.
I know the difference between this is on the internet, this is for pure just like viewing pleasure, I guess.
Educational purposes?
Yeah.
Possibly.
It's like watching breastfeeding videos on YouTube to get away with watching boobies.
You know, that's funny because if anyone like masturbated to that and they're like, I'm jerking off to boobs, it's like you're also kind of jerking off to babies.
Babies sucking on boobs.
Yeah, because it's like everyone always says like you can't watch porn and be 100% straight because like there's a girl, sure, but there's also a guy, so you're also kind of jerking off to the penis at the same time.
It's the activity. But okay, I have never once seen someone get murdered on the internet and thought like, I could do that too.
So you think it's gonna be a little more of like a mental thing? Like you gotta be
A mentality thing, high risk of gullibility.
You gotta be crazy.
You just have to be real fucking dumb
Okay.
to think, oh, they did it, I could do that too.
Do you think that can like add up in a way to where like let's just say like you're in this family, but you're in a rich family, but your parents are like shitty to you and you got no friends. Do you think in that term it can amp up those negative thoughts, or do you think it's going to be like
If you only
at
see
the end of the day your personality will have like that cutoff of like, nope, won't do it,
if you only see bad shit on the internet, sure, but I mean
just
like
24/7?
if you're in like a home environment where that's not like the best, and all you have is the internet, and you have like a really good escapism to like, oh, I have friends
Chances are you're not going to look up murder videos to get away from your parents arguing. It's going to be like porn or like video games.
I wouldn't even go to porn first.
I'm just throwing out any other example that it could be.
I would just look for people who like the things that I like, go to Reddit, look at message boards, or
Really?
yeah, try to find people, or like when I play games, like back in the day, just in voice chats, I've made friends with random people.
Really?
I mean, like I never met them,
But you can talk to those people, yeah.
It's like they're your online friends.
Mhm.
Online friends that hold the same weight as in real life friends.
Would you ever date somebody if you were online and like you got like in a friendly relationship, and then all of a sudden you and her were talking about like, hey, let's be boyfriend and girlfriend? Would you be like, yeah? It's like, but you'll never meet.
So just online dating.
No, like, would you be like, yeah, I've got a girlfriend in another country who I play Call of Duty with? Well, you wouldn't play Call of Duty. You'd play Smite with. Or just...
An online girlfriend.
Yeah, would you?
No.
Why not?
Because I'd rather meet this person, have a physical relationship.
Yeah. So there has to be some sort of physical aspect of any relationship.
I think so, yeah.
Because the people who are your online friends, you don't talk to them anymore?
No.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, like, the Xbox Live lapses. Oh, well, haven't paid it in 3 years. Not gonna pay it. Just fuck it. Your account just sits there and rots.
All right. I mean, I have no point to this. I was just actually curious.
Yeah, no, if I met a random woman playing Call of Duty, one, I wouldn't really pursue her and be like, hey, let's be friends.
Hey, do you have a Snap and an Insta I can follow?
Yeah, one, that's inherently creepy, and they get it enough. Like,
Sure.
I hear it all the time. It's like, okay, well, it's like kind of hard to approach women because, one, I'm sure they get it a lot.
Mm.
I've heard accounts where people just are always
Nonstop.
hollering at women, so I don't want to be that person. Like, okay,
That's a big part of why I can't really like go up to someone at a bar and be like, hey, because I've definitely tried it, and there's like they give you this look of like, what are you gonna roofie me?
yeah,
It's like, oh no, it's not.
there's
Okay, no, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
yeah, there's just a stigma, and it's really hard to approach people because the world has just been such a shit place for everyone,
Mm-hmm.
and everything's just been tainted. So you can't have like a real, like, just approach to people
Mm-hmm.
without there being like an underlying cause of like, okay, well, they might do this.
Mm-hmm. Or it's like this: what do they really want from me?
Yeah.
Like, I guess a lot of girls right now, they don't give out like phone numbers or anything. They only start with like Snapchat, which is like, I get it if that's, what you think is the safest thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, it's weird to me because it's like either way they're gonna contact you. Either way you could block them. Either way you could leave them alone.
Yeah, it's a shitty place we live in because people got to ruin it for other people.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, do you have any paranoias? Are you paranoid about
I'm
anything?
so paranoid about everything.
What's like your main paranoia?
Death.
Why are you paranoid about death?
I don't want to die today or tomorrow, and with my heart rate going really fast, it's like scary. So I'm always kind of feeling like just at any moment I'm going to drop dead. So I'd hate to die. I don't want to die.
You know everything comes to an end, right?
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to like die today. Do you want to die today?
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, you're crazy. I'm like, I want to live in my head like I'm like at least 85.
That's way too fucking long.
You
man.
think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just like
70 tops. I want to retire at 65. No matter what I'm doing, 65. That's like the peak. Live those 5 years, blowing coke, doing bitches,
going all out.
buy a boat, crash into a fucking bridge.
Go all out.
Go all out. Not even fucking remember it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you probably don't remember anything after you're dead. But
yeah, very good. Nothing happens after you die.
yeah, I don't know, man. I just
You can't live your life in fear.
I know. I'm not like, well, I don't want to say I'm not afraid of it, but like, I've learned to live with it. It's just a matter of like, maybe it's just anxiety or whatever, but like, I'm just always like,
It's just there in the back of your
yeah,
head.
it's always there. I can't help it. It's kind of just who I am. I think it might just be like, traumas from the past or like
For sure.
growing up or something. But whatever reason it is, it's going to be like, it's always gonna be that like voice in my head of like, hey, if you go out drinking tonight, you could probably get hit by a drunk driver or be the drunk driver.
It's all possible.
Yeah, it's always all possible. Even Saturday when we all barbecued, I was on the way home and I was like, yo, like, even though I'm completely sober because I'm not drinking, like, there's a very there's always a possibility that I could just like get hit by like a semi truck who like driver fell asleep or whatever. Like I'm always thinking of like, I'm always just like,
Yeah, but that's irrational.
I know you asked if I'm paranoid. I'm fucking paranoid. I always have thoughts like that.
For sure. I mean, I think we all
Always-
do. Like if you're driving somewhere and like you're taking like a right turn at a red light.
I'm always concerned I'm going to run somebody over in the crosswalk
I don't think
and
that.
not see them.
I think that if I'm looking to my left to make sure if any cars are coming and there's not, and I turn, there's going to be a car and it hits me.
That too, yeah. I mean, like, just my brain always goes, what's going to happen that would kill me or get me sent to jail or ruin my life financially or this? And it's amazing how the podcast can do all of that.
Yeah.
Just cancel us through the podcast. But yeah, I mean, I'm I'm definitely a paranoid person, I think. And I don't think it's like a good thing. Well, admission's the first step, right? But it's not something I'm happy about or proud of. It's just kind of how I'm wired,
It's
I
just
think.
there.
Yeah, it's kind of just something I've learned to live with, which is why, as much as I love drinking, I'm taking a sobriety break to figure out, make sure nothing's seriously wrong with me. Because, I mean, the last thing I'd want to do is like have a heart attack from drinking too much at 25. That's too young, man.
That's a story, though.
Yeah, for one podcast. Hi, this is one dude drinking a beer.
Alec has unfortunately passed away in his sleep due to a heart attack.
Yeah, I mean, it's all possible.
Send your submissions for a new co-host.
F's in the chat, boys.
Yeah. I'll do it live at your funeral.
Dope, thanks.
When you were a kid, right? Like, or probably not like a kid. Let's say teenager. Right?
Can I get an age between...
13.
Okay.
Say you're in high school, right? You got some fucking chicken nuggets or mini corn dogs in the freezer.
Yeah.
You
We
cook-
always had corn dogs in the freezer.
Yeah, how did I know? You cook a plate, right? And there's like not a whole lot left in the bag, but you already have a full plate, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you do? Let's say there's like 5 left in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
And your plate's already full. It's like it's got 12 on it. It's like it's already a full serving, maybe a little bit too much.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, for a long time, I would just get the 12 that I wanted and then leave the 5. And then my dad or my brother would always yell at me, being like, "Bro, what the fuck is this?" And like, "You want me to eat 5 chicken nuggets?" And I was like, "I wanted to leave some for you." And they're like,
It's not
"Just
enough.
finish it off." It's not
It's
enough.
not enough.
It's like the same thing for us. It was always milk. It was always like we had 6 gallons of milk because we'd wake up and have cereal every morning. And then eventually that stopped. But basically, it was like you'd pour yourself a bowl of cereal, pour some milk, eat the cereal, fuck off to school. You'd get home, and my dad would be like, "What the fuck is this?" Like holding up the gallon.
Sounds like half a serving.
It's probably even less than that, but it's like, it's not a lot of milk, right? And you're gonna getting yelled at for not finishing off the gallon of milk, and it's like, yo, you guys are the ones complaining about how much we go through milk. I'm trying to save milk. Also, pour that in and then open the next gallon. Is it that much work? It was always like, just finish it off. And it's like, you said not to. You say you want to save. I'm trying to save.
Just drink it.
Yeah, I don't know. People are weird, dude. You want to know? I want to bring this up. When Oscar and Emilio were over, bro, and we ordered pizza and I brought the ranch up, I cringed and I realized, I'm like, okay, I'm not having kids at least for another 30 years. And I was like, oh my God, I was watching Emilio pour ranch on this plate for the pizza, and when I pour ranch, I go, so it doesn't get on the lid, right? Emilio tips it over and it just kind of fucking bloop, bloop. And then he like kind of shook it a little and it got all over the cap and all over the fucking rim of like the pour spout.
Right.
And then he closes it and it smushes it all over. And I was like, bro, I'm going to put that back in the fridge and it's going to be all dried ranch around the rim, bro. And like, thinking about it right now, that grosses me out. Like, I didn't even do that as a kid. It's just one of those things, like, people just do this thing or don't think about this thing. And for me, it's like this huge deal. Probably the same way it was for like my dad and my brother being like, yo, just finish the fucking milk. Yo, just finish the fucking dinosaur nuggets. I don't care. And for me, it's like, open up the next box, get the next gallon. It's not gonna, to me, it's like, it's better to not do those things because that's not wasting. And they're like, well, now I have to throw away the gallon. And it's like, well, yeah, you used the last of it. I don't know what to tell you, dog.
I know my dad fucking hated it when Nick was here and we were kids. Because Nick did it all the fucking... He'd leave just an empty box of cereal in the cupboard.
Yeah.
But like...
I mean, I did that once where I fucked up and I put the milk inside the cabinet with all the glasses.
Dumbass.
But I don't know. We were like 5 in the morning to
different.
catch the bus. So it's like, 4 hours of
You're
sleep.
tired.
Yeah.
That's a bit different. But like, this happened actually recently at work. So I was chilling in the break room, right? This
Yep.
fucking, like, they ask us to wipe down our tables.
Everything.
I never fucking do, because, you know, I'm not a messy person. Doesn't matter, just my elbows, or, like, my fucking forearms are on the table, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, my water bottle. So, like, I'm not interacting, I'm not touching anything. No one's gonna die because of me.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I had a bag of chips, right? I'm just eating chips, a little bit of crumbs. So, like, I thought, okay, the girl in front of me wiped down her table. I'm gonna wipe down my table. Why not? I get up. I fucking put my water bottle away. That one.
Nice.
I go to reach over for the Clorox wipes, and I'm looking this way with my hand in the Clorox wipes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not feeling anything in the Clorox wipes.
And it's someone's tail, and it's the furry's tail butt plug.
No, but actually, the card attendant who complimented me was there. She was talking to this other girl, and I'm reaching in, right? I'm like, oh, there's nothing in there. It must be like at the very bottom. Like once you get to like the wipes, they sometimes fall and they just cradle at the bottom. I turn it upside down. No wipes. You want to know what was in there?
All the water,
It's just a shit ton of fucking soapy solution.
Yeah, that's what keeps them moist.
Oh, and they turn over and look, and I'm just like, what the fuck? What is this? I was just going on this fucking terror. It's like, who the fuck left this empty goddamn thing of fucking wipes?
See, I get that though, because to me, that's like having a full trash can and not taking it out.
I was like, who the fuck did this? Why the fuck is this here? I was going off, dude.
Were you really?
I was fucking pissed because like it's just this soapy solution just got I don't even think it was.
And now you have to clean it up.
I think it's just been empty, sitting there for a while, and I think someone just filled it up with just fucking soap water, just cause they thought I was gonna do it eventually. I'm like, we're gonna get them.
It's like they just undid the salt cap for your dining table, right?
Yeah, I was fucking furious, and they're just laughing, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, who did this? Like, why the fuck would someone do this? We're all adults. Just throw this shit away.
They're all just laughing at you.
I was like, yeah, it's funny. I'm laughing on the inside too, when I'm also fucking pissed.
How do you not?
Every time I try to do something nice for people, I always end up making a fucking mess, and it's not even my fault.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in our water machine, the drip tray is full right now. It's overflowing. The last time I took it out, it spilled everywhere, and I'm like, I'm never doing this again.
See, that makes way more sense though than like leaving a little bit of milk, right? I mean, that's like,
It's a fucking empty container. Throw it away.
yeah, that's completely different. I mean, I might have left,
There's 5 chicken nuggets. Fucking cook them.
cook them, right? But like, that's like if you got to that and got the last sanitary wipe.
I would take it, use it, and throw the container away.
Exactly, right?
Like
So
a
that's
normal fucking human
So
being.
that's my argument, is that when they got to the milk, when they got to the cereal, when they got to the chicken nuggets, and getting mad about there being only 3 left and not enough for a meal, it's like, cook those, open the next bag, cook those, throw the bag away. I think they were just mad because they had to throw the bag away.
Reagan, I know you don't watch this podcast.
Bwah, bwah, bwah.
If you ever see this podcast, I'm not blaming you.
Bodies right now.
I think you took the last wipe. I'm not mad. I'm just saying
Disappointed as fuck.
you should have thrown it away. Once again, I'm not saying it was you. I don't even know if it was you. I saw you wipe your table
But
down.
it definitely probably was you.
My hand was just soaked in Clorox.
And it's all sticky too. It's like,
It wasn't
it's-
sticky though. Those Lysol.
Really? Oh.
Lysol wipes are sticky.
I was the same. I got the Lysol wipes, and like every time I use one, I'm like,
Yeah, they're sticky. Lysol's gross. But it was just fucking dry from the chemicals, and I'm like, well,
fuck me.
don't have to wash my hands.
Yeah, right. No, I get that.
And they
man.
were like, on the bright side, you cleaned off the countertop for us. I was like, fuck you.
Yeah, dude. I'd be pissed too, because it's like, if you guys see me like upset about this, and then you make some smart ass comment, then I'm mad.
The card attendant, her name is Trinity. She was like, it was funny though. And I was like, yeah, it was funny, but also it shouldn't have fucking happened in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one thing I'm noticing too with people who are younger than me. It's like everything's just funny, and it's like, okay, but like at some point you got to draw the line and be like, this isn't funny. This is wrong. Like even though it's like, it's not like anything that's going to stop the world from turning tomorrow, but it's like, there are just some things that someone needs to be accountable for. Like it's just common respect and courtesy, you know? Like that needs to be more highlighted.
It's because not everyone thinks about stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like they probably didn't have their parents yell at them, I guess, for those things, and now it's just like
I did.
it's not my problem. Yeah, wouldn't that be crazy if it's like that's the only thing that dictates that like one person to another determining whether or not that's a problem? Like we're sitting here because I don't know if your mom and dad or ever was like just finish the milk.
It wasn't milk. It was always just like box of cereal or like chicken nuggets.
But yeah, they're like, just finish it.
Yeah.
So we're here being like,
but like there would always be like 3 left in the bag.
But here's the thing though too. It still goes back to that point I made of like, it's still not the same thing because that's the equivalent of us eating all the chicken nuggets and then leaving the bag, which would have got yelled at for.
It's happened in my household.
Yeah, I mean we got yelled at either way. It sounds like, but it's the idea of like when you're done with it, throw it away.
Yeah. I was fucking furious. I was just like, why? What is this? What the fuck is this? Why the fuck is there just an empty goddamn
Why is this
container?
happening? Yeah.
I was going off, man. And like, we're not supposed to swear, and my HR manager's right there in the other room.
and he's looking, he's like, I want to make that kid a leader.
I was just like, what the fuck?
That's a leader.
And I wasn't even looking at everybody in the room making this scene. I know everyone heard me too, but
Just Reagan.
Reagan left.
Damn.
The only people I was interacting with were Trinity and Noemi. And I was just looking at Noemi and I was just like, why? What the fuck is this? What is this? Who the fuck would do this? And she's like, what happened? I'm like, did you not just like, what the fuck? I had no words. It was just, what is this? Why the fuck?
You're gonna be the kid. You're gonna be the Dwight. That means everyone's gonna start pranking you around the office now, being like,
oh, I'm gonna fucking bodies.
They're gonna be like, look, let's get his cell phone and put it in Jello.
No.
And then you're gonna get your cell phone and like take it out of Jello, and you're gonna like punch some kid, and then HR is gonna get involved and they'll be like, why'd you punch him? And he's like, he put my shit in Jello. And the HR guy's like, okay, but that's not like bad, right? It's just a cell phone. And you can be like, what the fuck? Why does no one see this? Why is no one understanding where I'm coming from?
It's the worst, man. It's the worst.
Yeah, man. I mean, that just stresses me out thinking about it too. It's like, that's really not cool.
That's why I don't do anything nice for them anymore.
I've learned the same thing, man.
I do it all for myself. I'm never going to empty that water tray. No one is going to either.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to wipe down any more tables.
Yeah.
If I make a mess, I'm just going to, that's it.
Yeah, that's the shitty thing, man. It's gonna start to kind of cultivate a different kind of culture where it's like people are realizing like, oh, there's like what, 100 people at your store? 500 people at your store?
Yep.
There's 500 people at your store. It's like, who's gonna come to you and be like, Josh, you needed to do this, and you'd be like, what? I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not a messy person.
And but it's just gonna be one of those things where it's like, okay, well, like, just do it when it needs to be done, though. But it's like, that's why the manager's there, because it's gonna be like, hey, you, pawn, clean out that.
Yeah, someone spilled a shit ton of soda in the fucking headphone aisle. And they were like, hey, can we get help cleaning the spill? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, where's it at? What is it?
Like, it's the stickiest ass soda.
It's soda. And I'm like, cool. I walk over there. And granted, we're supposed to do spills in teams of 2. So someone guards it to make sure no one slips and falls. Because that's a big ass lawsuit. And one other person goes and gets cleaning supplies and they both clean it up. This was across the whole aisle and across into the next one. It was a solid 15-foot spill. And I'm doing it fucking by myself.
It was probably some asshole trying to record a fucking Instagram video of them spilling their drink. It was
almost like 6 inches long too, just going all the way down, just a fucking trail. I was like, 1, how did this happen? 2, why did this happen?
They did it for the gram, bro.
3, like, how the fuck do you get it that neat? Like,
it was definitely like,
did they have one of those fucking baseball chalk line markers just filled with soda in the store and nobody saw it? It's like, 1, what the fuck? 2, why am I cleaning this by myself? And 3, this lady came up to me and was like, hey, can you help me find something? I'm like, I'm a little busy right now. Like, what do you need? I'm looking for a watch. I'm like, Bitch, I don't have fucking time for you.
Speaking of watches, I don't got time for your bullshit.
Get out of my face. I'm gonna call someone else to help you real quick. Hey, dude, can you help her? Fuck you, dude. I need you to help her so I can clean this spill.
You're not busy, bro. I'm cleaning a spill.
I don't give a fuck what you're doing. I need help. I'm running back and forth to get cleaning supplies so no one fucking slips and sues the store.
That's annoying. That sucks.
It's my week.
That sounds awful.
It's actually a really good week.
Was it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, as long as you're having a good time.
Always. And today was a good day too. Got my oil changed. I love. Yeah. Have you ever been to Oil Stop? I've told you to go there.
You've highly recommended it, but it's like pricey, right?
It's way worth it.
Is it?
Yeah, super worth it.
Why?
Because you don't have to get out of your car. You just,
I got my oil changed at Jiffy Lube like literally a few days ago, and they didn't make. They said I had to stay in my car.
Well, yeah, Oil Stop. You no matter what, like even pandemic, rain or shine, you just always stay in your car. And it's really nice because you know how I don't use my parking brake at all. I'm just rocking back and forth when they're doing it. It's the best feeling ever. It's
You're like,
I love getting my oil changed because it's some of the best ASMR like I've ever gotten. Because all just the sounds and and just like the pumping of fluids into your car. It's so relaxing.
you just love the ambient noise, right?
Yeah. They were like
I kind of understand that.
when they're working underneath my car, or like even in the front, and like I can feel my car rocking back and forth ever so slightly. It just makes me fucking happy. Getting my oil changed makes me at so much peace.
If someone came up to you and like put his hand on your shoulder and was like, "I'm proud of you, son," you'd break down in tears and be like, "Oh, same time tomorrow."
No, I'm not that weak.
That'd be funny as fuck, though. Could you imagine a service like that? Like, there's professional cuddlers. Do you know that?
Yeah.
There's people in like San Francisco. It's like
Raul needs it.
I need it.
Sad.
There's people in like San Francisco. It's like you pay them like $20 an hour and they'll cuddle you.
They make
like
more than that.
Yeah, probably. But I'm guessing just starting wages about $20 an hour.
I'm new on the block.
But could you imagine being like, I'm going to my therapist. That's a professional cuddler.
Yeah, I said therapist.
Yeah, it's
did I stutter?
It's therapeutic. He's gonna rub some crystals on my legs. I've got some aches and pains. I think I got some arthritis. Those crystals really fix me up, right as rain. And then he just cuddles me, cups my titty. He falls asleep. Last time he drooled on my shoulder and my neck a little bit. Made me feel like I was in a real relationship.
Hot.
I think that's funny. I think I should get into that business.
Nice.
I could cuddle the shit out of some people.
Are you a good cuddler?
I'm a great cuddler.
I run hot, so I'm not a good cuddler.
Well, I do too.
I
But
fucking radiate heat in my sleep.
girls who are like skinny, they need someone who runs hot to stay warm.
It's the primal instinct.
So I'm good for that.
Keep telling yourself that.
I will. How long have we been going? About an hour?
Hour 4.
Hour and 4 minutes? Nice.
This stuff tastes bad.
You don't like it?
It's beer I would never really drink unless someone else gave it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, this is all we got.
Well, I gave it to you.
Fucking sure, I guess. Goddamn me saying we're not drinking the same beer twice.
I would drink it. I enjoy it. I'll drink it when I start drinking again, I'll drink that and you can drink whatever you want.
Cool. I mean, it's not bad. It's just like...
It's not bad. It's. I think it's a little sweet. It is cheap beer.
Don't let it get warm.
Oh, yeah, no. Definitely don't let it get warm. That's rule number 1 for any beer.
Not any beer. Some beers you can have warm and they're okay. They also taste like water at the same time.
Yeah.
It's just a beer.
Beer. Yeah,
Beer itself is a science.
beer is science.
It's weird.
Well, everything's science, right?
It's just like how I got these marks on my wrist that make it look like...
I always forget you have a tattoo.
Sometimes I do too.
It's so funny because it's like I was there for that moment, and at the same time, every time I see it, I'm like, it just doesn't feel real.
Yeah, it's like...
You're just not a tattoo kind of person, but like every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, That's there forever.
I always forget I have my nose pierced too,
Yeah, it's like
because you don't see your nose really.
it's funny because it's like as much as we hang out, it's like I never pay attention to things like that.
Yeah, it's because I only have one too.
Yeah, I guess, but it's like even if you had like a few, it would just be like so whatever. Because like I think it's just because we kick it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's definitely got to be a little bit of just like, oh, I don't care.
Yeah,
But then I'll look at it like I did just now, and I was like, holy shit,
that's there.
I was there for that. Like I remember that.
Yeah,
It's funny.
it's like 2-3 years old. 2
Yeah.
years.
It looks good.
Yeah, that's because it's just fucking black.
Yeah. You still
And just lines.
put anything on it to take care of it or anything like that?
No,
If it gets faded, would you get it touched up?
no,
You don't care.
I don't fucking care. It's just there. It was super expensive in the first place. I got ripped off.
How much was it again?
120.
And you were like,
I'm gonna leave a tip. I'm gonna come back. I don't have any money right now, and I never did.
yeah. Well, to be fair, you did pay $120 for it, and that's what I was saying too. Like, it probably cost him, let's just say $40 in ink and then time. He did it in an hour. Like, it was not.
Less than that. It took like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was not a long sit.
We were in and out.
Yeah, he was really fast, but like, that dude made $120 in like 15 minutes. Like,
Yep.
he's doing fine.
Tax-free money.
Yeah, he's doing okay. So I don't think he's tripping about the tip, and I'm pretty sure they get that a lot. I mean, if you paid him, because I've been to tattoo parlors who do things for like $40, $20,
Mm-hmm.
and they do a good job. Tip those people.
Yeah.
But you went to like a really well known tattoo parlor, paying $120
To trace a fucking...
to trace something that's already been, drawn.
Trace a logo for me.
Yeah, for him, he went home and was like, that's the easiest day ever. And then when you said tip, he's like, no fucking way. So don't worry about it, dude, because like that dude was definitely, he didn't want a tip. He charged you $120. The tip is included in that.
I haven't worried about it since.
Good. But you can never go back there.
These cuts on my wrist, though. It looks like I've cut myself, like
Yeah.
on purpose. But I never have. I've never been...
It's all from boxes, right?
Yeah, it's from fucking work. And also that mark on my foot.
That looks
It's
awful.
from work, too. How? I don't know. I think I caught a bookshelf.
You caught a bookshelf with your foot?
Yeah, I don't want it to break.
Your feet are super orange.
It's
The
the
bottoms of your feet.
pressure.
Yeah.
I work a lot on my feet, man. I don't know. I'm a hot boy.
I'm a hot boy. I'm a steamy boy.
But yeah, I get torn up at work.
Damn. What's the hardest thing, and what's the thing you enjoy the most at work?
I enjoy Furniture Fill Fridays, and it's also...
Furniture Fill Fridays?
Yeah,
FFF.
yeah. And it's also the hardest thing I have to do.
Really?
I enjoy it because I get to sit in the back all day. It sucks because it's hot as fuck back there, but it's also fun because I get to use the wave
That you have the key for?
that I've acquired, and it's also
So awesome, by the
really
way.
hard because it's really fucking heavy furniture.
Mm.
That's when I say like I move 1,000 pounds of furniture in a day.
Mm.
It's Furniture Fill Fridays.
I feel like you should be moving more than 1,000 pounds. I mean, how much does like a couch weigh? Like it's kind of heavy, right?
40 pounds.
All right, I guess that adds
40
up
to
then.
100 pounds is the average thing I lift.
So you about like what 20
But it's all like,
items a day?
it's me sitting here leaning to over here.
Mm.
Like three
Just strenuous.
3 feet past. So it's all arms. It's all my biceps. Pulling it
Well,
back.
that's why those
and
girls are
catching it.
saying, "Are you working out, bro?" Because you fucking reps.
Furniture Fill Fridays.
Yeah, bro. Just be like, "F. Oof. I'm a furry. Oof.
I would say Furniture Fill Fridays. And they'd be like, what? I'm like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Just know that's how I got these bad boys."
Yep.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's my most favorite thing, and it's my least favorite thing to do at the same time. It has its ups and downs. Everything has its ups and downs. Yeah, go.
I see what you did there.
Yep. I got stuck once.
Did you really?
Yeah,
What
because
happened?
I was super impatient, and I was driving it forward, and there was like a vehicle sticking out, and I kind of got on top of it, and like it was saying like check underneath like the battery hood, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
You look and it's that furry kid from earlier.
It was like a piece of plastic was caught like
It's his tail.
Like that, like that underneath. Like this was the vehicle I ran over, and this is like the hood, and it was caught like that underneath it. But like it's all open, exposed space. And so I'm like, fuck. If I get caught up here, I'm fucked.
Yeah,
like,
if you tip, you're...
I wouldn't tip, but like if a leader came back and was like, "Hi, I'm stuck," and he'd be like, "Give me your key. You're not riding this ever again."
You just lose the privileges? Or...
Yeah, they'd be like, nope, you're done. Like, fuck. And I'll ride up too.
Are you not supposed to be on it?
I mean, I'm technically not even supposed to have a key, but people have them.
Yeah.
But I'm qualified to use it.
All right. I mean, I just wanted, because it sounded like...
It's getting stuck, though, and almost breaking shit. That's the bad part.
Gotcha.
And so, like, I call my trainee over and I'm like, hey, can you, like, help me? I'm stuck.
Newbie. You're about to earn some cred.
I just need you to, like, try and move this thing a little bit so I can move backwards.
Shimmy it off or something?
I just need to move backwards. She's like, okay. Fuck. So, I can grab the top of it because, like, I'm not that high up. Like, I can grab the top of it. I try to lift up and she kind of moves it back and it gets unwedged. I'm like, thank God. Move backwards. I go all the way down. I'm like, I move.
Let's get out of here.
I move the vehicle out of the way. So like I learned a very valuable lesson today, and that is don't be be more patient. Take your time.
Yeah, man. That's one thing that my job has always taught me. It's like anything in audio. It's always going to be like, usually it's like the artist or the camera guy's like, you set up yet? You ready? Or the singer, you ready? It's like, no. Tell them you're not ready. Like, because when I first started out, I'd be like, yeah, I'm ready, you know?
No, you're not.
Now it's like, no, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you're going to have to wait. Because that makes all the difference. If I can have... by the way, just leave me alone when I'm setting up. Because if I can do it, then it's going to be done when I'm done, you know? But it's like... people would come up and be like, are you ready? Are you ready? Because we did the mass or whatever in someone's backyard, and it's like, hey, the preacher's here, the father's here. Are you ready? When I get the father, I'm like, can you wait? I'm like, can you wait 10 minutes? Because I still got to do a few things, and then I went and taped everything down. Because it's like, I'm not gonna go tape down all my cables during your mass. Like, that's disrespectful as fuck. So I was like, just give me 10 minutes, you know. And it took me like 15. And then when I was done, though, it was smooth sailing. So it's like, take your time, slow down, because it's better to get it right than to be like, oh, I wasn't ready, because it's like, well, I asked you if you were ready. That's another thing. It's always just like, tell the truth. Like, if you're not ready, say you're not ready.
If we can leave you with any words of advice today, it'd be, there's 3 things. Look both ways when you cross the street. Take your time. It's okay to be slow. And always be honest. Honesty is the #1 policy.
Amen.
So with that, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. Share this with a friend. I know I should have said that at the beginning, but I forgot. I always forget. Thank you guys for being here. I'm Josh.
I'm Alec.
Thank you guys for watching. Catch you again on Wednesday with a special guest.
Thanks for hanging out with us.